So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I have colored Neytiri from Avatar, and I might be saying her name wrong, so hearts, because I want you to forgive me. And instead of using paint, I use Crayola crayons. Now this is not sponsored, I just like coloring periodically. And sometimes I don't, because for me, to get my image to look amazing, you gotta really color hard right on the paper to get this even look. It's been a minute really since I've colored, and so this is what I decided to go with. Now I use my regular crayons, Crayola in the back, in assorted colors, 24 in a pack. I've also used my metallic crayons, and my neon crayons. And I purchased the majority of the crayons from Michael's when it was on Exterior, and I miss it because I love Michael's. So, sidebar. In order to understand or get a better way of blending the crayons, I've watched a few videos. Now, I watched Craig Fleece, How to Blend Crayon. I've watched Temi Danso Art, attempting realism with the crayon. She was doing a mouth and she used the solvent of sorts to get the crayon to blend. I've watched Black Bean TMS, he's dope. Making art with crayons only. Let's see. Eco is weird. I'm saying it all wrong. Please forgive me. I've watched her, and she would color and then she scraped off the layer of wax, because you know the wax on, and I also use mixed media paper, so that part that was super helpful. So I'm going to, once I'm completely done, I'm going to scrape off that layer of wax that I can feel, and hopefully I'll be left with something smoother. I also watched Super Ray Dizzle, and she has shared with the world on YouTube using all Crayola crayon products on a single drawing. Blending coloring with crayons Color Queen, and blending with crayons Megan Schwartz. So that's all on the research that I've done to make this happen. Now it's super excited because I started this at my job, right? And this is where I'm at with it. I'm not finished because I haven't outlined anything. So right now it's very, waxy. So I'm gonna try to scrape off. When I'm done, you'll see the different crayons I used. And so this is where I'm at. I'm not finished, but I'm going to. And so that's it. As I did my research, I realized it's really hard to blend crayons because they are wax. And then I also use different types of crayons. I use the metallic, I use the neon, which I believe also made it a little bit harder to blend. I want to say that the whole coloring of Neytiri took about an hour, including me trying to do fine details with the crayons. I used the point of the crayon and the side of the crayon at times if I wanted to work on lines, to outline particular pieces in her face or areas in her face. What was frustrating was the little crayon wax pieces that end up on your paper in different areas that you didn't want it to be a part of. So I'm constantly swiping away the wax pieces as often as possible. And I'm really trying to figure out what else can go on top of the wax crayon to coloring Neytiri made me realize why I don't color as much large pieces, because it takes forever. Even small pieces takes forever. I've always colored or used Crayola crayons for the most part in elementary school, more or less at home. But I've been going to the movies, everybody, and most of the time when I go to the movies, I always want to draw something from the movie that has inspired me artistically. And for the first time in a minute, I've finally almost done something to completion, right? I'm like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Oh, and no, never get to it. So I'm excited that I finally got to it, my beautiful people. So if I can do it, you can too, yeah. No, for real though, I'm so excited. Oh. No, for real, yes. Cause I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. I know, I want you. Now I brought this from Five Below. So I'm gonna see if I can put that on top of the wax and see what happens. I have some regular Sharpies to kind of outline my image, and I'll color the background and see how that works. So let me tell you. God is good, okay? Because I've been trying to create for a minute and trying to figure out that timing, right? Oh, depending on what time I have to be to work, I have to get up at maybe 5 a.m. to start. So this is where I'm at right now. So I'm on the train using the quarter to scrape off some of the wax so that I can get a smoother finish. And I will say that actually worked. Then a lady on the train was just talking to me about her kids and how they do art and sports. And we just had this long conversation until I was able to get off my stop. I kept wiping off the quarter on the other side of another piece of paper so that I wouldn't bring that wax that get caught up in the ridges of the quarter to show up somewhere else on my Neytiri image that I did not want it to. So, I mean, it definitely still looks a little bit waxy to me, but it is a lot smoother, so that did work.